Yo, Drake Hogg and Sad Boy Cinema here, and today I'm reviewing this new collinc album, Grass is Always Greener. Now, I obviously never heard of this guy, never knew who he was, never listened to any of his previous music. I found this guy because he actually commented on one of my videos. I'm pretty sure it was the scuba diver review. It was one of my reviews. He commented and said, hey, you should check out my album. So he dropped the artist name, the album name, and I said, okay, I'll check it out, I suppose, because, you know, why not add another album to the ever-expanding list that I may never fucking get to because I don't have time because I'm out making bread and getting head. So I listened to it, and honestly, I can see what it's going for. It has like a very dreamy, kind of like soft rock aesthetic. It's very pleasing to the ears. It's very soft. There's nothing abrasive. There's nothing like out there and experimental or in your face. It's a really subtle album. It's more of like casual listening, and at some points it even veers into just something more soft and something you would like fall asleep to. It's kind of mind-numbing at points. That's both to its benefit and its detriment. The opening track, Greener Grass, I do not really like. The synth on it is fine. It's all in tune. It all sounds nice. The vocals, they sound mostly in tune or whatever. You can tell he hasn't gotten his style down yet. You can tell that the mixing isn't the greatest, especially with the music in this album being as quiet as it is. But Jesus Christ, once the other instruments come into the mix, it is so off-key and out of tune, and like the way it's mixed, it's crunchy compared to everything else. This opening track is not really a good tone setter, and it really did not build my expectations for this. The second track, however, Mother, is the complete antithesis. It's very soothing. It's very light on the ears. You can hear the vocals mostly clear. That's a general problem with this album, is that the vocals can be kind of buried in the mix. They can be a little bit too quiet at points. They can be inaudible to where you can't understand what he's saying, but you can hear his voice. It's like he's another instrument, which I do appreciate. But with the lyrics, especially on this song, you can tell he's putting effort into these lyrics and that he's actually saying something, and he's not just like, I don't know, talking about how he'd wish he could cut off the dicks in his life like a fucking vasectomy. The synths on this track and the very light presence that the drums have really sets this atmosphere to just relax, just even float. You know, you could just sit back, relax on a bright, sunny, moony day. That is a complete fucking oxymoron. You could just float to this sort of music. And his singing complements it perfectly. It's very smooth over it, and you kind of get lost in its sort of atmospheric, psychedelic vibe. And I think this sound kind of fits the album cover perfectly. Songs like Mothers, Tears, One Last Dance, these songs are all gorgeous, but there's not all perfection on this album. One of the main issues that I mentioned before was the vocals. Not only can they be kind of off-key at points, but the mixing definitely leaves a lot to be desired, with a lot of the vocals here not even having a whole lot of presence. One easy fix to that, which is on a few of these tracks, is that just a good amount of reverb. I don't mean like Post Malone's new album level of reverb, but like enough reverb that it helps to this atmospheric vibe that you're going for. It's beautiful with the instruments and stuff for the most part, but these instruments completely overshadow the singer, and it definitely makes the main artist here not the spotlight whatsoever. And there's one main song in here where the instrumentation and everything just kind of falls apart, and that is the one that I have pulled up here on the screen, Closer Every Day. This sounds like a Casio preset if you were to smash your Casio keyboard against a fucking burning pile of metal. It's not good. Like, this thing sounds so warbled and so fucking off key. Like, it doesn't sound like any of the loops are in key with each other.
It sounds like a rusty dildo up my ass.
Nice. And the vocals on this one are mixed like almost not at all, I'm pretty sure. Like, there's no reverb, there's no effects, and pretty much on this album, the only effects that you will get vocally is reverb, which I'm not entirely against unprocessed vocals. I'm just saying, when it's over an instrumental this fucking bad, it can be quite fucking bothersome. It can distract from an overall pretty beautiful album. Like, the rest of the album sounds like stuff I could fall asleep to. Sounds like stuff that I could, you know, just chill. I'm having a stressful day, I could put some of these songs on. But if shit like this has to be on the same record as Mother or Tears, I'd probably rather not listen to the album in general. Now, obviously, this isn't the only track that I don't like. This is just the prime example of how some of these tracks can be very inconsistent with their keys. It can all be mixed way better. The vocals could definitely be mixed way better. It's just, there's a lot of potential on this project that I feel like isn't fully tapped into and isn't fully realized. And as a result, this project is just okay. Yeah, that's basically how I feel about this thing. I think I'm going to give this a 4. Decent, I guess, but it leaves a lot to be desired in the long run, and I hope that the next project from this guy gives me something more fulfilling and maybe more tracks that I could listen to in the future. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Bye.
And bitches all on my phone, they be talking in my ear, trying to get me alone. Got me thinking dirty thoughts, man, I have to atone. But for now, I got this feeling, yeah, I'm in the zone.